Have you ever stopped to wonder what would happen if, tomorrow morning, NASA called an emergency press conference unlike anything the world had ever seen? No new Mars rover. No distant galaxy. No asteroid warning. Instead, the world's leading space agency steps onto the stage and says just 6 words that would change human history forever. We have found extraterrestrial life. For centuries, humanity has looked toward the stars asking the same question. Are we alone? Philosophers debated it. Scientists searched for it. Writers imagined it. But what if that question was finally answered? What if NASA actually discovered undeniable proof that intelligent life exists somewhere beyond Earth? It may sound like science fiction, but the truth is that NASA has never stopped searching. Every year, its telescopes scan distant galaxies, explore mysterious planets, and analyze signals arriving from the deepest regions of space. Thanks to missions like the James Webb Space Telescope, we've discovered thousands of exoplanets, many of them located inside the so-called habitable zone, where liquid water and potentially life could exist. The universe is so unimaginably vast that many scientists believe it would be statistically astonishing if Earth were the only planet to develop life. But imagine that everything changes overnight. NASA announces that a distant telescope has detected something impossible to explain naturally. A repeating radio signal, artificial structures orbiting a distant star, or perhaps atmospheric gases that can only be produced by living organisms. At first, the announcement would be cautious. Scientists would spend weeks verifying the data, eliminating every possible natural explanation. The last thing they would want is to make the biggest mistake in scientific history. Then, after months of careful analysis, the evidence becomes undeniable. Humanity is no longer alone. The news spreads across the planet within seconds. Television channels interrupt their broadcasts. Websites crash under millions of visitors. Social media explodes with theories, excitement, and disbelief. Some people celebrate in the streets, convinced this is the greatest discovery ever made. Others react with fear, wondering what these civilizations might be capable of. Stock markets around the world experience massive volatility. Governments hold emergency meetings behind closed doors. Religious leaders begin interpreting what this discovery means for humanity's place in creation. Schools suspend classes to discuss the announcement. Every conversation, every news headline, every phone call revolves around a single topic. The aliens are real. But the biggest question still remains. What exactly did NASA find? Did they discover simple microbial organisms hidden beneath the icy surface of Europa? Tiny bacteria surviving in the oceans beneath Enceladus? Or did they detect unmistakable evidence of an advanced civilization hundreds or even thousands of years ahead of us? The answer changes everything. If NASA only found microscopic life, it would still rank among the greatest discoveries in history. It would prove that life is not unique to Earth and that biology can emerge elsewhere in the universe. Scientists would immediately begin planning missions to study these organisms, hoping they might reveal how life begins and evolves. But if the discovery pointed toward intelligent beings, everything would become far more complicated. Imagine detecting a massive artificial object orbiting another star, a structure so enormous that no natural process could possibly create it. Perhaps a gigantic ring surrounding its sun, harvesting unimaginable amounts of energy. Or maybe a powerful radio transmission repeating mathematical sequences that could only come from an intelligent civilization. At that moment, humanity would face one of its greatest dilemmas. Should we answer? For decades, scientists have debated whether broadcasting our location into space is a good idea. Some argue that any civilization advanced enough to receive our signals would likely already know we exist. Others warn that announcing our presence to an unknown species could carry unpredictable risks. There is no universal agreement. Even today, this debate continues among researchers searching for extraterrestrial intelligence. But before we continue, If you're fascinated by the biggest mysteries of the universe and want more documentaries like this one, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We upload new space mysteries and cosmic discoveries every week, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. Now imagine that only a few months after NASA's announcement, another incredible discovery is made. The mysterious signal changes. Instead of repeating simple mathematical patterns, it appears to respond. Scientists compare every transmission and realize something extraordinary. The intervals match our own broadcasts. It's almost as if something, somewhere across the galaxy, knows we're listening. The entire world holds its breath. Governments begin discussing international protocols. Military agencies monitor space around the clock. New observatories are built faster than ever before. Billions of dollars are invested into technologies capable of sending and receiving messages across interstellar distances. Humanity suddenly has a single goal: make contact. Years pass, then decades. Technology advances at an unprecedented rate as countries compete to become the first to understand the signal. Artificial intelligence helps decode patterns humans could never recognize. New propulsion systems are developed. Space exploration becomes humanity's highest priority. Everything changes because of one discovery. Even if contact never happens, simply knowing that another intelligent civilization exists would completely transform our understanding of ourselves. Borders, politics, and everyday conflicts might begin to seem insignificant compared to the realization that Earth is just one tiny world in an unimaginably vast cosmic ocean. Of course, none of this has happened. As of today, NASA has not announced the discovery of extraterrestrial life, intelligent civilizations, or alien technology. Scientists continue searching, analyzing distant planets, and listening for unusual signals, but no confirmed evidence has yet proven that we are not alone. Still, every new telescope, every mission beyond our solar system, and every distant planet we discover brings us one step closer to answering humanity's oldest question. But perhaps the most incredible part of this story isn't whether NASA has already found aliens. It's the fact that, sooner or later, the search will come to an end. Think about it for a moment. Just a few decades ago, humanity didn't even know if planets existed beyond our solar system. Today, we've confirmed the existence of more than 5,000 exoplanets, and scientists estimate there could be hundreds of billions more in our galaxy alone. Many of them orbit stars remarkably similar to our own. Some have temperatures that could allow liquid water to exist. Others may have oceans, atmospheres, and the exact conditions needed for life to emerge. Every new telescope we launch allows us to look farther than ever before. Every new mission brings us closer to answering a question that has followed humanity since the beginning of civilization. Are we alone? Maybe the first discovery won't be an advanced civilization. Maybe it will be something much smaller. A single microorganism buried beneath the frozen ice of Europa, tiny bacteria swimming through the hidden oceans of Enceladus, or strange chemical signatures drifting through the atmosphere of a distant world nearly impossible to reach. Even the smallest form of extraterrestrial life would completely rewrite everything we know about biology, evolution, and our place in the cosmos. But if NASA were to discover intelligent life, everything would change overnight. Our history books would be rewritten. Our understanding of religion, philosophy, science, and even human identity would enter an entirely new chapter. For the first time in history, humanity would no longer see itself as the only intelligent civilization we know. We would simply become one civilization among countless others. And perhaps the most fascinating question isn't whether alien civilizations exist, but whether they're asking the exact same questions we are. Imagine an alien astronomer looking toward our sun from hundreds of light years away, watching a tiny blue planet orbiting a small yellow star, wondering if anyone lives there, wondering if someone is looking back. At this very moment, while you're watching this video, powerful telescopes are scanning distant worlds. Scientists are analyzing mysterious signals. Spacecraft are exploring places humans have never seen before. The search never stops. Every single day, somewhere on Earth, someone is searching for the first undeniable evidence that we are not alone. And maybe that discovery won't happen in 100 years. Maybe it won't happen in 50. Maybe it won't even happen in 10. Maybe somewhere inside a laboratory, hidden among millions of lines of data collected by a telescope, the answer has already been recorded, waiting for someone to notice it. Because history has taught us something extraordinary. The greatest discoveries almost always arrive when humanity least expects them. No one expected to discover new continents. No one expected to walk on the moon. And no one knows when the greatest discovery of all will finally arrive. As of today, NASA has never announced the discovery of extraterrestrial life. There is no confirmed evidence that intelligent aliens have been found. But one thing is absolutely certain. The universe is unimaginably vast. It contains hundreds of billions of galaxies, each filled with hundreds of billions of stars. And around many of those stars are planets that we've only just begun to discover. Somewhere out there may already be another civilization asking the same question, looking up at its night sky, searching, waiting, wondering if they're truly alone. So maybe the real question isn't, what if NASA finally found aliens? Maybe the real question is, what if they're searching for us at this very moment? If you enjoyed this documentary, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next journey into the greatest mysteries of the universe. Because somewhere, beyond the darkness, beyond the stars, beyond everything we've ever known, the answer may already exist. We just haven't found it yet.